So we are now entering the What the Fitness segment. Make sure you guys again hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. This guy talks about why most people fall off after high school, and I've talked about this a long time ago, but we're gonna see what this man has to say about it. Let's go.
I've noticed too is people who get fat after high school, similar tangent, but oftentimes they think their metabolism has crashed, but in reality, they're just sedentary now, whereas they used to do PE, they would play sports, they would walk everywhere. All of these things that contributed to like a 15, 20,000 step count per day. And now they're walking 2,000 steps and driving to and from the office or whatever it is and wondering why they're gaining weight. And it's like, your caloric surplus could compound on itself. Like, keep in mind, a pound of fat is what, 3,500 calories or something. So even if you're in just like 100-calorie surplus, that surplus over time, you're in a 700-calorie surplus per week. Then every 4 weeks, you're in a 2,800-calorie surplus overall. After that 4-week interval, you've literally accumulated 2,800 in excess. And after some time, like by the end of the year, just by that little 100-calorie increase over maintenance, which is nothing essentially. It could be the equivalent of you walking for like, I don't know, like however many minutes less per day. That by the end of the year could cumulatively add like, I don't know, a handful to 10, like 7 or 8 pounds or something in fat that you didn't have otherwise. Like, you can see how this insidiously fucks a lot of people and they don't realize why. They think their metabolism's just shit the bed, when in reality, they're just not tracking effectively. And that is something that I knew, but I really, really noticed during this Europe trip. The thing.
Man, just spitting facts. That is so on point. Yeah, man. A lot of people think about where you were in high school, man. Think about how active you were in high school. We had to run the mile. We had PE. We had events where we can run around. We were participating in extracurricular activities after school, some before school. So we were constantly moving on a day-to-day basis. As soon as we graduate, most people don't play sports after high school. It's just a fact. Most people go to college. They put on the freshman 15, as I've seen many people do. They start drinking more. They start eating more. And then before you know it, they done blown up like a goddamn dump truck. So this is a reality for most people. It's the reality for most people. And then the funny thing is, they'll sit there and they'll say, oh man, I'm just getting older. They'll chalk it up to them just getting older. When in reality, man, you just fell off. You stopped eating right. You started drinking a lot more. You stopped moving your body. You just stopped caring, basically. So we're not gonna chalk it up to older age and, oh man, it's just my metabolism. And nah, bro, you just don't care anymore. Just say that. And that is the reality for a lot of people. We just, as we get older and life hits us, we just stop caring. We just stop caring. He said something very profound in that video. And this is why I tell you guys to understand how many calories you need per day to maintain your body weight, because this is a big reason why. This is a big reason why a lot of you guys gain weight. And then you wonder why you gain weight, because you don't know your maintenance calories. You don't know how many calories you need per day to maintain your body weight. And what happens is this: a lot of us, because we don't track and we don't know, we start to overeat. And then even if you're 100, let's just say your maintenance calories is like 2,000 calories, but every day you're going over 100 calories. So now you're 2,100 calories, or now you're eating 2,100 calories per day, right? Some might say, oh, it's nothing. It's, don't worry about it. It's only 100 calories. But now do that for 7 days a week, right? That's 700 calories extra that you put on. Times that by 4. So in that month span, you put on, you've already you've taken in 2,800 calories just in that month. Now we know that it takes 3,500 calories to gain 1 pound. So let's just say you did that. Let's just say you did that for 5 weeks, right? So 2,800 plus another 700. That's 3,500 calories. There you go in 5 weeks. Now do that throughout the whole year. I'm not a mathematician. 52 divided by 5. That's 10.4 pounds that you put on for that year. 10.4 pounds. Now do that another year and another year. Before you know it, you didn't gain 30 pounds in 3 years. That's how easy it is to gain weight. That's how easy it is to change your body for the worse. And some of you guys just realize, damn, how did I gain all this weight? Man, it's the little calories that you are not tracking, bro. It's the little stuff that you're not tracking. It just takes 100 calories every day to gain 30 pounds in 3 years. Let that sink in. It takes 100 calories every day for 3 years for you to gain 30 pounds. If that ain't scary, bro, I don't know what is, man. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. So it's very important that you guys look, and I'm not saying you got to track every single day. I understand a lot of you guys are not going to track your calories, but the best thing that you can do is control your portion sizes. Just like that article that we just pulled up from Japan. The reason why the Japanese and a lot of these Asian countries, the reason why a lot of their people are so thin is because they monitor and prioritize portion sizes. Whatever they don't finish, they save for later. They don't need to clean their whole plate. A lot of you guys were told growing up, finish everything on your plate. That's the wrong advice. That was horrible advice because it just trained you to overeat. And now you see all these fat ass little kids walking around because they listen to their parents about overeating. So it's very important, man. Watch your portion sizes. When you guys are eating, watch your portion sizes. Stop eating to get full. You should only eat to get satisfied. A great trick that you can do is before you eat, just make sure you drink a ton of water. So that way it forces you not to overeat during your meal, and then drink water after your meal. So